What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. So many of you have commented on the previous videos in this series that I should go and fight the Scorpion Queen. Now obviously from what you can see on the health bar behind me, it has 12,160 total hit points. That's likely the reason why you guys have said I should go and fight this, because you feel like this is going to be more of a difficult fight. It certainly is going to take more time, but I feel like this is more aligned with where these monsters should be. This is endgame content, and the monster health pool should not be as low as it is, in my opinion. So I am currently in creative mode. That's why it's not attacking me. I want to show you guys how to set up this fight first, and then we'll do the actual fight. So personally, I like to fight the Scorpion Queen down here in this area. It gives you more room to get around, and these pillars can actually come into play as well. So let's exit creative mode. That way everything can see me and harm me, and we're going to clear out a couple of enemies here. I do want to take damage so that you guys can see I am not in God mode, and then we'll start clearing out these guys that are down here. There are 3 scorpions that you want to make sure you attack and kill prior to starting this fight, because they will come and get in this fight and can create a little bit of an issue. So we'll take them out just like that. We're going to go ahead and eat our lasting feast just to get that little bit of extra hit points and the little bit of extra stamina, and then we'll get into this fight. So like I said, I like to pull her down. What we're going to do is we're actually going to bait her into an attack and then kill these 2 little guys behind her. She'll turn around to attack again, and then we're going to run down to this platform. And the reason why is because you can actually use these pillars. So I'll give you guys a quick look at what happens when you're standing at the pillar. You can just avoid damage with this pillar entirely. She tries to attack, you can see she does no damage. So if you're struggling to fight her, just use those pillars to your advantage. Otherwise, the fight is pretty much the same as the Scorpion King fight, which I did last, and you can find all of these videos in a playlist on my channel where you can see every single one of the nearly naked fights. Now, for those of you that are wondering what my gear setup is, I put that in the first episode of this series, so I will link that in the top right hand corner of this video, as well as in the description of the video, so that you guys can see what I'm actually using to do these fights. But I virtually have no armor, and I just have the level 60 gear and the attribute set up for my character. So we're just going to chunk right away at it. It's just a longer fight than the other fights. It really isn't that difficult. Like I said, this is level 60 content, so I wish that they would bump them up, either giving them a little bit harder hit, you know, so they do a little bit more damage, or that they would just buff their HP a bit. It's hard for me to say that with the recent change to the durability, where you lose durability when you repair and when you can't repair the legendary weapons. I think that's part of the reason why these guys got a nerf, so that you could do more damage to them with those weapons and lose less durability while doing it. So chunking wide away at her here, not a big deal. We're just going to continue to do the exact same process. Roll when we need to, attack when we can, and try not to use a potion. We'll see if we can go this entire series without using a potion. Probably not. There are some bosses that they've done a decent job of keeping them in a way that they can do enough damage to you in a short amount of time to where you are going to need to do potions. We'll get into those videos later on in the series, and I hope you guys are enjoying this series of fights. I'm not real worried about stacking the bleed on her. Again, the just straight damage is doing a better job of taking away her hit points, where I lose so much of my stamina doing the heavy attacks to apply those status effects that I just don't feel like it's worth it. And when I miss an attack like that, it's even worse. So every once in a while, you'll see me throw a heavy attack in there. We'll throw one of these attacks in there just for funsies. I think it's actually still doing a decent bit of damage, and you can use them to get away from their attack as well, if that's something that you want to do. So if I wait the right amount of time, then I can get through the damage and still do damage. But again, you're losing a lot of stamina that way, so not really the recommended way to go about that. And that was a terribly timed roll there. Just taking the damage to my face. It happens from time to time. So chunking right away at her. She's down to about the point where the other bosses are for hit points. Right around that 4,000, 4,500 mark is about what most of the other bosses have. And you'll be able to see just how quickly this fight goes once we get to that point. It is just so easy to defeat all the other bosses. This one at least has some hit points, so you have to stick around and be in the fight for a little bit longer. It increases the amount of risk there is to these fights because you're in the fight longer, and the longer you're in a fight, the more risk there is of you making a mistake, making a misstep, and taking a lot of damage somehow. Although I don't feel like most of these enemies are hitting very hard. I know once we get into things like the rock slide, I'm just going to curse at the screen because that particular fight is balanced the opposite direction. It's not balanced to be easily achievable, and honestly, I think it's balanced just to be annoying, where in this case, this fight is balanced to be much easier than it should be, and the rock slide fight is balanced to just make you take multiple hits to the face over and over again. So balance needs to happen on both sides of the fence. Now, I am not going to go and fight the rock slide in the next video. So I'd like to know in the comments section below, what do you think I should go fight next? We have done the boss Croc, the King Scorpion, and in a moment here, we will finish off the Queen Scorpion and be done with that. So let me know in the comment section below, what do we go fight next? Let's grab that key. Let's actually smack her too, because I don't think she gives you a key when you smack her, but she does give you a fragment of power. So very cool way to get a fragment of power, coming down and killing her. You also get the skeleton key, and you get the Scorpion Ward Shield, which is legendary, not unique. It is legendary, and 53 and 14 with 11,000 durability. This guy is also very light. And we'll run up here, we'll open the chest right next to her and see if we get an amazing legendary out of it. It is this one right here. We got the Frost Shot Bow, 26 health damage and 9% armor pen. This is an agility weapon. 3,000 total durability and 7 weight. Hope you guys are enjoying this series of nearly naked fights. I will catch you in the next one. Again, let me know in the comment section below, what boss do you think I should fight next? I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.